Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and not much is going on in the Magic world because of the holiday right now, except for one thing. Oh yes, somebody 16 hours ago posted on Reddit, how do you feel about 2019 as a Magic player? Which is kind of poorly written. It was like, how did Magic do this year is what they were really asking. A grand total of about 0 people had anything nice to say about Wizards or the game or the cards or the meta or standard or really anything. This was more like venture frustrations about 2019 in thread form. And keep in mind, that's not what the title asked. It just asked for a completely neutral review. But people are that fed up. So to all the couple clueless people in my comment section that constantly post some just ignorant, idiotic stuff like, why are you always so negative about Wizards? When they do something stupid, I cover it. When they do something good, I cover it. The current ratio of one to the other is completely up to them, and they are absolutely destroying themselves. So to the weak-minded, thin-skinned snowflakes out there who are like, but I like the game, so you're not allowed to say anything bad about it because I like it and I want it to be good and I don't want to hear bad things about something I like. Grow up. Get a clue. Listen to, like, anybody on the internet about what they have to say about Wizards. You're not just, like, in the minority opinion-wise, you're in a fantasy world. So let's read some of the highlights here. The people who test the cards are idiots. I am paraphrasing these. Pushed cards and overpriced stuff, financially fatigued, game costs too much. Wallet fatigue, another person said that. Tons of people are like, just too many things coming out, too many new products. Now I feel like I spent too much, got nothing out of it, and they're pushing too many products, and I want to buy them, but I don't have the money, and so I'm probably just going to quit Magic altogether. So good job there, Wizards, shooting yourselves in the foot there. Great idea. A lot of people are mentioning the card prices, but a lot of people are specifically saying, now that they don't do Masters anymore, you know, the most beloved product they have ever come out with ever, and the most needed, we've got $100 fetch lands again. Where the hell are we supposed to get fetch lands? I love how Modern Horizons was literally just another Masters set. We all knew that until it wasn't, and they refused to put a single relevant reprint in there. They just crammed a bunch of shit into Modern that they thought would be kind of cool from Eternal formats, and then they were wrong and had to ban most of it. Where are we going to get reprints in Modern from? Modern is becoming too expensive to play, and Standard is a shit show that nobody wants to play, or at least it was up until recently. Now, it went from unplayable to, like, very bad. There's other people just mentioning the absolute bullshit that's going around by just clickbaiting, headline faking alarmist morons about, oh, they're eliminating paper. No, they're not. Ever. MTGO is dying, actually. They made some anti-consumer moves and now they're losing like half to 3/4 of the players from what I heard. And they will keep paper running for as long as they possibly can because it's just free money. Yeah, it's more expensive. Who cares? It makes no sense to get rid of paper. They have no intention. All the old longtime people work there still. They like paper more than digital. They are not going digital only. I assure you of that. They will never get rid of paper unless the game dies. All the evidence that they're going to do it is circumstantial bullshit and just drawing conclusions where there are none and seeing patterns where there are none. Let me just point out one highly upvoted thread here. Release fatigue. I have not bought anything since April because I just can't keep up anymore. Then there's a reply. Same here. Another reply. I just straight up quit playing. I transitioned my whole collection out of 60 card formats into EDH earlier in the year, thinking it would be the best way to keep up, but it didn't work. I'll come back when it feels right. Another reply. Same here. I played less MTG this year than in the past 10. Another reply. Exactly this. It just isn't worth it. And then they mention that Arena's unstable crap. And then they say they quit the game to go play WoW instead. Great. Another highly upvoted reply. I feel this was the worst year for Magic since I started playing. By the way, I agree. Death of coverage for Grand Prix. Repeated miscommunications and changes related how to qualify for high-level play. Which, who cares? That literally affects 0.1% of people. Numerous screw-ups regarding Magic's story. Yeah. Multiple format warping cards. Yeah. Severe color imbalance. Yeah. Aggressive push for Arena to be the place for competitive Magic. No, they just want to add it in esports and whatever. They're trying to modernize it to get more money, not replace paper. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid on that conspiracy bullshit. Historic being dead on arrival. Yeah. Brawl only on Wednesdays. Yep. I'm pretty sure there's more, but that's what just comes to mind first. I'm pretty sure there's more too. Then there was replies of people reminding him what he forgot, like the constrained supply of Brawl decks when you need the cards that are in them, because they got standard staples in them, which is bullshit. All the product launch problems, I mean, the mythic things and the special edition collectors, whatever the secret lair crap, most of which resulted in lawsuits against Wizards. The judge program becoming paid. I mean, remember, this all happened in, I think, 2019. You know, scrolling through, the number one thing that people are complaining about is broken cards. And they are absolutely correct. That is the number one thing. Anybody saying, oh, it costs too much, too many product launches, stop buying them. I didn't buy any of that collector shit. You don't have to have them. Too many push cards going into non-rotating formats. Too many bans, which, no, there was not enough bans. You're an idiot. Shut up. A lot of people just dumping on the lore of the book, the story, paywalling it, the books being shit, the flip-flopping on controversial crap. I mean, if you think about it, they screwed up, like, the lore, the product, multiple formats. They made people mad by printing broken cards in the first place, then not banning them, then banning them. All three. People are mad about Arena taking over and certain focus being put on that instead of paper, and then the cost of paper, the lack of reprints. I mean, there's almost nothing that wasn't complained about. There's almost no category or angle to come at Magic the Gathering as a game or a product that wasn't screwed up in 2019. There's just nothing. Everything went wrong. Everything. Every single last thing. I guess, they fixed the paper quality. There's your pro for the year. And that's when they went from negative that everybody was complaining about for years back to baseline. Like, this isn't even a pro. They're just returning it to the state it was before. So, I mean, even as I scroll through, everyone is saying, I quit playing Standard. I can't tolerate Standard. I'm playing less Standard. My entire LGS dropped Standard. I refuse to play Standard. And that's their core product, which now that they won't print Master sets, that's what they need to sell, is Standard. They need people to play it. They need people to buy it. So the question on everybody's mind, if we're going to move on from this, is, well, one is, will the game even exist in 2020 or will it just die? And because at this rate, they have done everything they possibly can to drive away the highest number of people, piss off the highest number of people, and kill the game. They've just been so clueless. But the second question is, what the hell went wrong to cause all of this? Because you could say, well, this was caused by this. This was a mistake from this. This was done because of this. But if you follow it back and then follow that back and say, well, what caused this? And what caused this? And then what caused that? And what started that? They admitted recently, like a month ago, that they have been trying since, I think, like Ixalan or something, to push the power level of Standard to be closer to Modern so that they could sell Standard cards to Modern people. So, broken cards, broken gameplay, Standard that nobody wants to play, cards getting overpriced to unaffordability where you can't even afford to play Standard anymore, and then piling other stuff on top of it. So, greed, if you were to just sum it up in one word, greed. Because they want to make more money on Standard, that's greed, and then adding side products and collector shit, that's greed. Not wanting distributors and stores to take a margin, so selling direct-to-consumer so that all the LGSs go out of business. Greed. So those money-grubbing pieces of shit need to get a clue and realize that you don't make any money if you kill the game. They also need to realize that they became the number one card game in the world for a reason, and if they want to stay there and make money just by default, they need to not attempt to make way too much money too quickly. I know, counterproductive, it seems, on the surface, but it's not. A lot of services and products and companies went from really, really popular for being the cheapest, best, most liked in the industry and in their market to dead when they tried to over-monetize their customers. Like, one that comes to mind that none of you will get is Google SketchUp. They started charging money for it, every college everywhere dropped it. Back to shit people actually use, like AutoCAD Civil 3D. Or like Maya, or anything else. So, okay, they greeted themselves into a hole, but procedurally what really happened was them pushing the power level of Standard cards on purpose, knowing that they would be problematic and saying, well, this might be too powerful. Like, well, this is really powerful for a Standard card. And then their excuse is, yeah, but that's what we're doing. Like, we're doing that on purpose. So this card, this card, this card, and this card, yeah, we know they're potentially way too powerful, but that's the point. That's what we're going for. We want to sell these cards to the highest number of people. We want to sell them to Standard, Modern, and Commander. So if we only make it Standard good, it's only going to be a $3 card, not a $30 card. and they want $30 cards. So they need to immediately, and I mean revise the sets that they've already finalized for 2020. Immediately lower the power level of standard back to something that's actually comfortable and fun to play. Then if they want to make up all the money that they lost by not selling standard cards to modern players and commander players, do a master set, do Eternal Masters once a year, hell, twice a year. At this point, they're so far behind on reprints, they could actually get away with doing it twice a year for the next 5 years, and they still wouldn't run out of valuable cards. If they don't do that, because remember, all the sets for 2020 are already completely done and finalized and tested as far as I understand. So if they're just like, oops, we'll fix it in 2021, they won't have customers or a game or a product or a company in 2021. Nothing they do at that point will matter because no amount of marketing dollars will get people to come play again, because it'll be like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, I'm playing a different game, screw you. So Blizzard absolutely obliterating Hearthstone did help, but it's temporary. So if they look at the numbers and they're like, oh, look, a rebound, everything's fine now. It was just Oko. No, it's not just Oko. It's your stupid, greedy idiots who decided to turn standard into modern, a thing that nobody wants. Especially when we already had Frontier, which was new modern, Pioneer, which is new modern, and Historic, which is new modern. If I want to go play something similar to modern, I've got options. Thankfully, they invented Historic Artisan and Regular Artisan as a format. Like, those are literally what Standard was like 15 years ago. It's fun, enjoyable, low-powered, high-skill, very deck-building skill heavy, and a lot of the decks are very close to each other in power level, so anybody could win, and as long as you built a good deck, there was like 30, 40, 50 different options you could run, realistically. Doesn't that sound nice? So yeah, they need to take the power level and absolutely crank it way back down. Here's the problem. They can't. They cannot do that. Remember what happened when nothing beat Energy and they wouldn't do anything about it? The next set couldn't beat it, the one after that couldn't beat it, the one after that couldn't beat it, and the next 4 sets after Aether Revolt all sold like shit. So if they want to power down Standard, they have to not sell 4 sets in a row very well. You'd look at the whole set and be like, well, there's like 3 good cards in here. What the hell? Like, none of these are competitive in the meta. And then wait for rotation so that that's the only thing left. That's the only way to do it. So they have to basically spike 2020 because those sets are already done and they're like irreparably too powerful. Then they're going to have to spike 2021 because all the sets will be underpowered crap that nobody wants to buy compared to the 2021 sets. Then they'll have to resume making Standard an appropriately low power level through 2022. Realistically, because like I said, the sets are done, they're going to have to tack another year onto that. So we should see Standard return to a playable place in 2023. So yeah, the game's dead. They cannot fix this. They cannot take 4 years to fix this. They completely killed the game by upping the power level. And holy shit, should I name every card game that died in the last 10 years because they pushed the power level too high and people would not tolerate it. I mean, should I just say all of them? I mean, for sure Yu-Gi-Oh! To an extent Pokemon, absolutely Hearthstone. And there's some more side obscure ones that all died because of pushed power levels where people are like, this is bullshit. So yeah, they've got all these stories, all this precedent of games dying, like other card games that are similar dying from pushed power levels and angry fans, and they died quick. So like I said, the only way they could fix this is, well, if they wanted to fix it faster, they would have to ban about 30 cards, like all the powerful cards, and have nothing left, and then immediately fix it for the next set, starting with the next set. They are not going to do that. So yeah, this game isn't going to last very long, which sucks because I went and built my whole career and livelihood on this game. That was really smart. So please go subscribe to Desolator Gaming, my second channel, where I'll be covering general gaming. And as soon as I can cover some cool, tricks and weird stuff and pull off amazing stuff and make some tutorial how-to videos in 1 to 2 AAA games, I'll be hauling in like 5-10 grand a month, and I won't give a shit about this channel. Which, if I put enough effort and about enough time, should be around the time that the game permanently dies. So, that'll work out well. But yeah, don't miss it. Desolator Gaming. Go sub to it. I actually might have a video posting there tomorrow, believe it or not. So, Wizards of the Coast and their greed. The game designers and playtesters who did this on purpose and knowingly. And have a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys next video.